Hi there, this is Klinger from HF, History and the Future. I decided to do something different out of what I'm accustomed to do usually. And it's kind of a challenge that I've proposed to do for myself, and I think you'll understand why I'm doing this. A lot of us usually have a hard time finding a balance in our lives in what we do. Sometimes for example, we work a lot and we spend a little time with our family, and we wish we work a little less and spend more time with our family. Or sometimes we don't work enough hours as we wish or we should, or vice versa. Or in the case of brain work, sometimes we do a lot of brain work. We actually read a lot, do a lot of thinking, and we get tired, and then we wish we could actually exercise more. And I mean, I'm in the time of my life that I'm desperately trying to find this balance, because I think that's the challenge for every human being, is find a balance for him or her. And even when it comes to like a meal, like eating habits, sometimes we wish we could eat more vegetables, we could eat healthier, and so on. I mean, there are so many examples, and the reason I'm doing this, I would call a 6-month challenge, or the rest of 2021 challenge. We're almost in the middle of the year. We're in May, but the time just flies by, and we blink our eyes and another month is just gone. So in reality, I don't know if you're this type of person. I've always been inclined to be healthy and to do exercise. I've always practiced many sports in my life. But there came a point in time where I kind of lost track. I don't know, I got lost somehow, and I wasn't really constant and disciplined anymore. And I would work out, just once in a while, or sometimes once a week. Sometimes I would even work out the whole week, but then, something comes up the next month, and then I'll just not work out anymore, and then I'll have to start over again. And I've done so many sports you can even imagine. I like to swim, biking, roller skating. I've played hockey. Can you believe it? A Brazilian playing hockey. And that was kind of weird, but I did. I played tennis quite a bit, racquetball, ping pong, but soccer and basketball and volleyball. There was a time I was really high on volleyball. I've done so many sports, and I've worked out in the gym. I've worked out on bars like this. There was a time in 2019 I bought, a pair of rings, so I would do a ring workout. And my life for the past, 14, 15 years has been like a year in a place, a year and a half in another place. Then I'll move again, and I'll move again. I've moved so many times, different countries, many different cities. I was in the United States when I first got married. Then I went to Colombia. Then I went to Brazil. Then in Brazil, I went to many different cities. Then I went back to Colombia. Actually, I'm in Colombia right now, and it's been only a year, so it's very recent. So I hope I don't move just like the other times. I'm hoping actually to accomplish some things right now in the project that we're working on. But why am I telling you this? For the last year and a half or so, I've been studying, reading, watching lectures about digital marketing, discipline, about leadership, about entrepreneurship, so many things, so we could actually that could help the business and the project that we're working on. And along the way, I've learned so many nice stuff, so many good things, And the idea of discipline really hit me hard because I realized I wasn't as disciplined as I wanted to. And when it comes to choices, sometimes we tend to make the easiest choices or the ones we cannot get away with it. For example, in like work, I mean, there's something sometimes we don't feel like working, but we have to, so we do it. And sometimes like we want to exercise, great, but if we don't want, we can get away with it, and sometimes we do, and we say, well, I gotta read this, I gotta accomplish this, well, maybe I do it some other time, I do it tomorrow, or I do just a little bit here before I take a shower or whatever, and we miss out in things that can be really important for us and add to our health, and not only physical health but also mental health, because I don't know if you know it, but we're just one thing. I mean, one whole thing. We're mind, body, and spiritual. We're not just body and not just mind. You can't separate the two, or the three actually, you know, along with the emotions along the way. So here's the thing. I've learned that if you make a commitment and you actually put other people involved in it, it makes it a little harder for you to break that commitment because there's other people involved. Or if you put money into it, you know, you might be inclined to do it because you don't want to lose it. I mean, you have to put something at stake, your reputation or whatever it is. So I've been putting that off quite some time. I said, I'm going to do this. At some point I'm going to do this, but I've been kind of procrastinating quite a bit. But then I'm finishing up the book. I've been reading some great books. I'll actually try to recommend along the way. But this book, No Fears, No Excuse by Larry or something. I forgot. I'll put it in the description. This is a really good book about careers and how to actually find the career you actually love so you can be fulfilled in life, because that's, I mean, one shot you have in your life. It's marriage, it's your career, you know, and it's like the mission you have for your entire life, and that ought to bring you fulfillment. Otherwise you're just gonna drag to work and I don't know, things would just, it's like you drag on the week so you can live the weekend maybe. But that's not how it's supposed to be. And then at some point, I'm in the part of the book, I just finished the part of the book that he talks about excuses. And then at the end of the book, he talks about a boy, I mean this man, who has actually the attitude of a boy, because he's a procrastinator. He actually lacks self-discipline, and he kind of gets away with the problem sometimes with the pressure playing video games, and then he comes up with all these lame excuses. But he confronts him honestly and obviously with respect, but to try to open his eyes so he can see that he's acting like a boy, not like a man, and then he says, maybe you should actually like the warriors you play in the video games. And you know, later on in life, his career actually got better, and he comes to tell him that, I mean, that was a tipping point of his life, that he was confronted with his own problems. He wasn't really sad, upset, and I mean, maybe, of course we don't like to be confronted, right? Or to be rebuked gently, maybe, but we don't like it, right? It's shameful, but sometimes we have, or maybe not sometimes, I mean, we have to deal with the truth. The truth is the truth, no matter what, if we like it or not, is the truth. And sometimes we hide things of ourselves, you know, behind a pretty face, behind a job or a career or something, whatever it is, a name, a reputation, that we don't want to actually be vulnerable. We don't want to expose ourselves to the point to say, yeah, I have this problem. And we all do have problems, and we have to face them. And I have several. And one of them is that along the way, I lost, if I ever had discipline, maybe I never had it, maybe I just was so into the sports I played that I thought it was discipline, but maybe not. Because when I didn't have them anymore, the team play, I was on my own, then the truth came out. I wasn't self-disciplined as I wanted to, or as I thought I was. So, here's the thing. So much talk, but the challenge that I'm proposing is that I want to record this challenge and this workout for the next 6 months. And I want to invite you. And you might find this video in the beginning of this workout, or you might find the video, maybe 6 months from now or a year from now. It doesn't really matter. It matters that we all have a starting point, all of us. I don't know when is yours, but mine, I'm deciding to be today. I've always worked out, but not as I wanted to. Discipline. You see, I'm a skinny guy. I'm tall. I'm 6'2", and I'm skinny. And obviously, I mean, deep inside, I kind of managed to work that out, and be a nice person, and be intellectual, knowledgeable in some things, be well in many other things, which it makes you forget about the appearance, right? And whereas appearance do matter sometimes, but they're not all. Obviously, you're not who your body, you're your mind. So you are actually what you know and what you think and what you can do and what you do to others. So in that case, it doesn't matter a lot. But having said that, why then I'm doing this? If it doesn't really matter much. But it actually, for many reasons. One, well, you can say health reasons, yeah. You have to work out, you have to be healthy, exercise, and that helps also with your mind. I've been doing brain work a lot and not as much physical work. I mean, the greatest thing would be having a garden and maybe a plantation or an orchard or something you can really work out, and out of that workout, physical workout, that produces fruits and vegetables and things. I mean, that's the ideal, that's the best thing. I mean, lifting weights and pulling bars and things like that, well, it's good for your body, but it actually doesn't produce food or productive stuff. But anyway, that's debatable, and that's not the point. The point is, we don't have those things. Maybe some do, I don't. So what we have and what I have, it's like I can run, I can jump, and I can do pull-ups and things on the bar and things like that. And that's one reason. The second reason is to build up that discipline. I mean, you make a commitment and you stick with it. So the commitment I want to make, it's like at least 3 times a week for the rest of the year. And you say, why not every day? Well, I'm afraid to make a high commitment, a high goal that I won't be able to fulfill. Some days might rain and I might not feel like coming on the rain or whatever, that's outside. So I said, okay, it's a great way to start. 3 times a week. I might work out 4 or 5 times a week, but to start with, for the commitment purpose, is like 3 times a week, working out, a little of the cardio, like warm up, 10-15 minutes warm up or more, but that's about a good start, and working out some of the calisthenics movements that I've been desiring to do. Why? Because it's also fun, because you see progression, so it makes it fun to kind of see your achievement. Other than just lifting weights, yeah, you can increase from 20 pounds to 40 pounds later on, and that's okay. But I think it's more fun to be outside, breathing the clean air, close to nature, and that's what I think, and that's the challenge I'm starting out for this year. And I invite you to participate. I invite you to follow that up. If we can see the progress, hopefully, or we can see the failures, and either either way, we will have a lot to learn, I hope. I've done a lot of research and studies on history and prophecy and the history. That's usually what I do. I do a lot of those studies. I'm actually graduated in theology, and I've worked in business in a project for several years where we dealt with publications of old books, the 18th or 19th, 20th century biographies, and we're studying quite a bit on Bible prophecies, Daniel and Revelation, and linking everything with current events or the last 2,000 years of world events or Christian events that shape the world we live in today, and build up this clear path or prediction based on the facts and the history and the Bible, where the world is going to, where we're heading to, and where things are going. And that's fascinating, but that's not the subject of this challenge. If you like that, you may follow the other material. But like I said, I've been dealing with mind and brain work so much that I've felt that I neglected the physical part of our lives, or of health. And I'm starting this challenge, and I know this has a lot of implications. It's not just exercise. This is like discipline, commitment. This is seeing progression. This is seeing it's an experiment. This is also interaction with people. I know a lot of people might just to connect, because like me, there's many out there who said, oh man, I wish I were more balanced in my life. I wish I had a chance to do more exercise. Maybe you can follow, you can subscribe, and you can just do that with me and do this journey together. I'm going to put the videos numbered, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 65. Hopefully we'll get to day 100, and so forth, and 200, I hope. Well, maybe if it's 6 months, 3 times a week, that you won't get to 200. But I mean, hopefully we can set up a number. I don't know, maybe we'll say let's do like a 100-day challenge, and then we do the first 100-day challenge. Great. And then when we get there, that's a how do you call it, a landmark, or but a waymark or whatever. Then we can extend that, to more, to actually the end of the year, or to some another 100 challenge, and then who knows? We're so into it that we extend that to another 100-day challenge. We'll get to 300 days. I don't know, and maybe we'll get to 360 days, and that will be the equivalent of a whole year. I don't know. I just know that I want to do this, and I want your help, and by me wanting to help you, I know that will help me as well. I mean, because you can identify with us, you can just join me in this journey, and we can actually grow together. And we will have conversations. You might be interested, or you might not be interested, but it doesn't really matter. It matters is the challenge that we're doing, is the commitment of gaining discipline. Okay, I'm going to try to do in my lunchtime. I'm going to also share tips on health, on food, and things like that. I've done some courses on that, which helped quite a bit. I'm a vegetarian actually, but you don't have to be. But if you want to live longer, you should be. but I mean, it's not the point. The point is, we will help each other, and that's going to be amazing. I'm excited, and I think you should be, and I hope you be excited as well. And I've done my workout already, and then finally I said, okay, let me start this thing. Let me record this thing. Let's start this thing. If I should have thought earlier, then I would record the workout, but that's okay. We'll start. Tomorrow is Saturday. I probably will not do this workout, but Sunday, I'm in. Okay. So please subscribe, keep following. Try to, a great idea is this. For the day that you're following, try to work out together. Say, okay, I'm going for day 2. And then if you missed the day, don't get discouraged. Just follow the days. I mean, you might get behind a little bit, doesn't matter, but you can actually catch up, because since I'm not doing every day, so 3 times a week actually is the commitment, you can catch up. So don't get discouraged, and we'll go along and see how this goes together. We'll grow together, okay? That's the point. And let's do this, okay? Thank you. Please share this to friends you think might enjoy this challenge, and I hope to see you here, okay, for the next following days. God bless you.